Good morning, aloha from Florida. So let's talk about the sun for a few minutes. First, let's talk about its path. It goes from the Tropic of Cancer in the north out over the equator to the Tropic of Capricorn in the south and then back. It does this once a year. The moon does it once a month, but we're not going to talk about the moon right now. I want to talk about the analemma. The analemma proves what I just said to you, that the circuit of the sun is much smaller and tighter when it is closer to the north, going over the circuit of Cancer. When it's going out over the equator, that is about where it crisscrosses. I'm talking about the analemma. And then as it goes out over the Tropic of Capricorn, it is a much larger circuit. You can see this clearly if you go look at pictures of an analemma. An analemma is when you take pictures of the sun from the same place on the earth every day. It will map out a figure 8 pattern in the sky. But the bottom, or the part of the sun that, or the southern circuit of the sun there, is much larger than the northern circuit. If you look south, it's going to be the bottom. If you're in the south looking north, then the top of the analemma will be looking larger. So that is the path of the sun. The sun moves, the earth never moves. The earth is flat and stationary. It is motionless. It is non-rotating. It is not revolving. It is not rotating. It is not tilting. It is not wobbling. The earth is motionless. Everything we see in the sky moves over us. The Antikythera mechanism in our documentary, The Mechanical Realm, proves this, and it proves that all ancient cultures knew this. Allegedly, the Antikythera mechanism is dated to be 2,000 years old, even though the science community, which is always confused and caught off guard and shocked, even they admit that Greeks shouldn't have had anything like this. So what does the science community do? Oh, well, it must have been aliens that gave the humans that technology. No, ancient humans were much more advanced than the historical narrative that is taught in the government indoctrination camps. But the Antikythera mechanism shows the movement not just of the sun, but also the moon and the wandering stars, aka planets, and the fixed constellations over the surface of a flat and stationary Earth. I like to call the Antikythera mechanism a death blow for the globe religion. The path of the sun from tropic to tropic. I was driving home last night and I looked up and there was this weird cloud in the sky. It almost looked like smoke, maybe it was, but the sun off in the distance could be seen very, very, very clearly through this smoke or this cloud, whichever it was. Have you noticed that before? You can see the outline of the sun very clear through a hazy sky of smoke or a cloud. It's the same size as the moon. So the sun is not a huge burning ball of gas millions of miles away. The other thing about the sun is that you have electrical engineers putting forth their hypothesis that it is electrical in nature and nobody knows what powers it. These are people who have spent years observing the sun, watching the sun, studying the sun, putting forth a hypothesis saying that the sun is electrical in nature, absolutely not powered by thermonuclear fusion. What we have been told about the sun and what most of us would think about in our brains, the picture we would see in our mind of the sun is a cartoon. Our minds have been infested with cartoons of outer space and planets, and especially the sun. The sun is not a big burning ball of gas. If you will go look at actual observations of the sun, you will see it looks more like a light bulb, not a burning fire. So the sun is one of the things, if you actually observe it, actually study it and look at it, it makes zero sense on the heliocentric hypothesis. It makes, as everything does, perfect sense in our flat earth reality. Have a good day. God bless.